Hey guys, it's me, Chezzy Chaz. If you clicked on this video, you're probably curious as to what is misleading about the furry fandom, or you're the parent of a kid who says that they are furry, or you're the friend of a kid who says that they are furry, or you're just misguided and you clicked on this video, or you just wanted to watch it. Who cares? Anyway, let's start this video about how furries are misguided. First thing that is misguided about furries is that we identify as animals. No, that is completely false. Now, there is another group of people who identify as animals, that would be Therians and otherkins. I'm not hating on them, but they can do things that get mixed up in the furry fandom, and the furry fandom can be blamed for it, because, I mean, we're a big group of people who like dressing up as animals and stuff. Why wouldn't you target that? Yeah. No. Absolutely love Therians and otherkins. They are very nice and chill. But a lot of Therians and otherkins get associated with the furry fandom, and people think that everybody in the furry fandom wants to bark and like meow and walk on all fours and all that. No. But I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. Of course there isn't. But yes, that is a big misguiding. Second thing that is misguided about the fandom is that people think that everything is a sex-related thing or a fetish. Now that is completely false. While there are a lot of people who do have fetishes in the fandom, there are a lot of people in real life who have fetishes. Also, there have been a lot of misguiding information from the news, from TV shows, a lot of things on the internet, saying that everything in the furry fandom is sexual related. Now, for example, let's say that there's NSFW art, because that's a big one that people talk about. Now, really, let's think about this. Think of any fandom. I'll give you 2 seconds. Okay, you picked a fandom. Now, there's this thing called Rule 34. The rule is that there can be porn of anything. Now, that fandom or that thing could probably be found on Rule 34. Please don't look it up, bro. I'm not advising you to. It is disgusting as shit. Now, literally anything could be found on Rule 34. It's not just furries, but furries get targeted because a lot of things that are in the furry fandom is art, and art, there's NSFW and stuff, boom. Now about the fetish part, a lot of people have fetishes, whether you know it or not. People have fetishes, and I bet you watching this probably have a fetish or something. But that's off the point. Just a lot of people think of it because, again, there's a lot of art online and there's a lot of weird shit online that pops up, and people tend to lean more of that shit toward the furries and stuff, when we are not the only ones who do that. I'm not saying that furries don't do that, because there are definitely furries who do that, but we are not the only fandom that will do weird drawings and shit. Another thing that is misguided is that every furry is a zoophile or pedophile. Now, for this one, I will bring up my friend Jiv the Protogen. He has a channel on YouTube with over 1,000 subscribers, and I have been lucky enough to get him into this video. Jiv, take it away.
Hey, glad to be here, Chezzy. So, it's me, Jiv, aka the Redfurts, and his recommended div for some apparent reason. So, not every furry is a PDF file, and not every furry is a zoo file. Now, this is quite, no offense, but to us furries, it's quite obvious for this answer, but probably to you, this is probably a shocking discovery. But no offense to you, the individual watching this video, but it's kind of like going to, say, the anime community and calling them all PDF files because, say, they have a certain group that likes lolicon. Like, you can't really go around there fully circling a group around these things, even though they might be a popular, I guess you would say, stereotype, but let's be honest, it's not the full-on truth. And it is kind of worse that, well, not to trash on this other community, but the anti-furry community that also kind of pushes this agenda that most furries are bad and that. And these are mostly either over-exaggerated opinions and topics that do get brought up, even just on public media, especially with the news. When they talk about furries, they kind of really explode the situation, in my opinion. Now, let's be honest, yes, there is going to be some bad people in our fandom, and the whole reason to why, and I'm going to be honest, is because we're an open group and a community. This is kind of a bit of a drawback, but however, though, this doesn't indicate that we're all zoophiles and pedophiles. Not only that, is that we also, us as a group, as a community, we don't accept this sort of stuff anyway. Well, I don't. Now, there is a bit of a problem with that, it is an open community, so you will find these individuals. But, however, though, like I said, they're not accepted here. But, anyways, I'm going to take it back to Chezzy.
Thank you for giving us that explanation, Jiv. Fourth thing that is misunderstood about furries is you need to have a fursuit or a persona to be a furry. No, you could literally just wake up one day and be like, you know what, I want to be a furry. They seem pretty fucking chill, and boom, you're a furry, bro. You don't even have to buy a fursuit, you don't even have to get a persona, but you can, like, make art and shit still. But, like, people are involved in this fandom, not because of the suits and stuff. It's mostly because people are really nice in this fandom. People are very upbringing. A lot of people join the fandom because of depression, and that is actually the main reason why I joined. I have a lot of stuff that has been bringing me down for the past few years, and I'm like, this fandom seems pretty chill. I've also always been interested in furries for a while now. I just, like, never said that because I didn't want people being pissed at me or whatever. I mean, because a lot of people are misguided, and that's what this video is for. But, yeah. Well, that is the end of this video. If you did like it, you can subscribe. I don't really mind. You don't have to if you don't want to. I'd rather you subscribe to Jiv because I had him in my basement doing this video, and I never said that. So, oh crap, the cops are here. Bye!